I want a bottle of whiskey, but I'm broke. Maybe I can use my wits and con the Beavertown liquor store clerk out of a bottle. Hello? Say, are you?
No. Don't even go there.
How about a free bottle of whiskey if I entertain you?
Doing what?
Well, how about impressions? Do you like impressions?
Okay, let me see what you got.
Okay, here's James Cagney.
All right. Who did it? Who did it?
Was that worth a bottle of whiskey?
Nope. You got to do better than that.
Okay, I got more. How about a Jimmy Stewart impression?
Okay.
My mouth's bleeding, Bert! My mouth's bleeding! Do those pedals. There they are! Bert! What do you know about that?
That's better, but not enough.
Well, okay. See if you can guess this one.
Okay.
Nip it in the bud. You got to nip it in the bud. Nip it. You go read any book you want on the subject of child discipline, and you'll find that every one of them is in favor of bud nipping. Nip it in the bud.
That was pretty good, but not good enough. How about singing? Do you do singing impressions?
Are you kidding? Sure I can. Who would you like to hear?
How about Julio Iglesias?
Junior or senior?
Senior.
Okay, hit the karaoke music.
To all the girls I've loved before, who traveled in and out my door, I'm glad they came along. I dedicate this song to all the girls I've loved before.
Oh!
To all the girls I once caressed, and may I say I've held the best. For helping me to grow. I have a lot I know. To all the girls I've loved before.
That was great. You ought to be on TV. What kind of whiskey do you want?
I'll take a George Dickel bottle, please.
Here you go.
What? A mini bottle? Is that all? Why do I always get the small bottle? What a jip! You're worse than Buzz! I entertain you, and this is all I get? How cheap! How cheap! What kind of liquor store is this? Why, I oughta... What a jip! What a jip! What kind of liquor store is this?
Hello?
Get out of there.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this first layer of paper off, and hopefully we can see what's going down underneath there and fix it if possible. Can it be done? I don't know. The odds are probably against it, but you got to try.
Well, it's worth a try.
It's quite thick wire here, so that bodes well to repair it. You're working with that fine wire, it's a nightmare, but wire this size, probably not too bad.
Oh, come on, we got lots to do. If it weren't for him, I wouldn't know how to peel a potato.
Looks like these wires are underneath a couple of layers here. So I'm going to have to get this coil out of the frame here. I'm going to desolder these wires here, and hopefully this whole thing will come off. Well, there we go. What's this?
I don't know.
Don't look too intimidating now, does it?
I guarantee that you'll regret it.
I don't know. I don't know anything anymore.
Well, there's the end of that wire. Let's just check it again in case I wiggled it and it's making contact now.
Yeah, right.
Oh, that's the secondary, you dummy. Never mind. This is what I want here. No, it's not. This is the secondary, isn't it? Or perhaps not. Yeah, that's the open one. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
Yeah, you can count.
21 turns.
Here. Have a drink on me. You need it.
Hey, man, this stuff is boring, man.
I'm afraid this other part is real thin wire here. So when I see thin wire, that looks like it's not going to be possible to fix. But I'll keep digging here.
It's not over until the fat guy digs.
There's material out there to find if you dig deep.
There's where the wire attaches there.
Oh, goody.
Looks like there's a loose wire here. Okay, let's see if I got any continuity between this wire and this wire here. I scraped off the insulation on here. Nothing. Let's just test the meter there. That's good. So, looking pretty bad, Buzz. Pretty bad.
Rats!
After a little bit more digging, the wire that was attached to here looks like it doesn't go anywhere here, so...
Oh, brother.
There's a loose end here. Perhaps if I can find that, I can salvage this, but the odds are against it. I have no idea where that end of that wire went, but it looks like there's a gap here. It may have went there. So the only thing I can do, I think, is just take this and unwind it.
You really asking for trouble, fella.
Looks like it's got multiple breaks there.
Richard, give it up!
Okay, it unraveled quite a bit there, so maybe a break is gone. Let me scrape off some of this insulation and get the meter and we'll check it. Okay, let's just test this.
Oh, this is turning out to be a total waste of time.
Absolutely nothing. Oh, that's not going to work.
No shit, Sherlock!
And the wire's too thin for me to even think about winding that, so... I do have the other output transformer that I will use. So I'm sorry. It just wasn't to be, output transformer. You're too far gone.
You bastard!
Well, here's the front panel of the cabinet. It's got a bunch of screws on the sides here. I just took those out and was able to remove it. And I've got a lot of work to do on here. A lot of the veneer has come loose. This piece fell off after I was stripping it.
You got some glue?
So I gotta get my glue out and fix it. You can see there's a lot of paint specks still on there. I gotta scrape that off or get a brush and try to get rid of it, but I'm gonna be working on this just to glue it together.
Ah, glue!
Titebond 2 is weather and water resistant. It can also be used for all your interior stuff if you want, so we can default to this glue for everything. It does have a faster tack time than similar glues. Now, that can be a good thing because what it does is it lets us remove the clamps from our project more quickly.
Well, don't just stand there. Go get some glue.
This is going to take a couple days to do with all the gluing I got to do. You know, you got to glue, let it dry, glue again, etc., etc., etc.
Etc., etc., etc.
Okay, now that the output transformer cannot be fixed, I'm going to put this new one on here.
Looks brand new.
And how I'm going to mount this, I don't know.
I don't know.
It's going to have to be cleaned up, full of dust. But miracle upon miracle, I have yet to stick my finger in there. Of course, this is a tougher speaker. It's got more heavy-duty paper here, but we'll see how long that lasts. But let me get this situation figured out. Then we'll show you what I've got. You're looking at the third IF can.
Yeah.
And I took this off for a couple of reasons. First of all, there was a bunch of goop down in here. I've since cleaned all that off. But it looked like wax or something. So I wanted to take it out and take a look at it. And you can see all this here. I don't know what that is.
Oh! Oh, dummies.
But the other reason I wanted to show you this is like a dual trimmer. I've never had a radio like this before. It's got a screw here and a nut here. And the reason I took it apart because I was trying to get a signal through the radio, and I could get a signal with this screw type adjustment, but this other one here, the nut didn't have no effect at all, and I wanted to make sure that thing was working right.
Well, that was interesting.
And it looks like it's okay. See, this nut here is the top. If you see these mica strips here, you can see that works. It squishes them together. And let me get my other screwdriver here.
Is there any reason why this is taking so long?
Here it is. And that adjusts like that too. You can see it on the bottom here. See it? So I never seen that before, and I was wondering why that nut adjustment wasn't working right. On closer examination here, looks like this wire's been cut here and soldered. In fact, it's cut here. Oops. It's cut here and cut here. So maybe this is a replacement.
You think so?
I don't know. But the coils ohm out okay. They're like 30 ohms each. What is that stuff? Let me see if that's wax. That is wax. You think they put wax on the coils like that?
Yes.
I don't know. Let me heat it up with a gun.
Whew. It's hot.
You're hot. Very hot.
I guess I can at least make it look decent, huh?
Yep.
Looks better since I melted that, but to take this off, I had to cut the wires, so I'm going to have to put some new wires in here. I'll probably just add an extra wire on the bottom here. I don't want to mess around up here, because they got these thin wires hooked up to these points here. Anyway, we'll try this out again when I do the alignment. Now here's the word from our sponsor.
Hello, friends. I'm sure you remember my daddy, Earl Scheib. He painted any car for $29.95. I'm Earl Scheib II, and I'll clean any roof for only $29.95. No ups, no extras. I'll also include a chimney check, absolutely free. Then I'll pressure wash your roof. Right, all this for $29.95.
Well, here we are with another edition of Experimenting with Buzz. This is sort of a continuation from the last episode. Remember I had this silver coin?
Yes.
And I tried to plate these covers silver, and I experimented with two of them.
It was horrible.
In reality, you only seen one in the final edit, but I actually did two of them. So I used a lot of silver, and although these don't look so bad, they still have like streaks you can see here, and kind of bumps in it. So it didn't go on as good as I wanted to, so I decided to get rid of that idea. And I used stainless steel.
Yes.
Remember that?
Yes.
I just used a stainless steel butter knife, and it turned out great. So here's the fourth one. I'm going to do that one stainless steel. But in this edition here of Experimenting with Buzz, we're not going to do those. We're going to redo these. What I plan to do is I plan to reclaim the silver on here and put it back on the coin. So why waste the silver on here when I can stick it back on here, right?
Righto.
So this is supposed to be 1 troy ounce of silver. Now I don't know if a troy ounce is the same as a regular ounce. I have a scale here. Let's just weigh this and see what actually this weighs with this scale.
Make it happen.
It's on ounces, so this should weigh 1 ounce, or maybe less than an ounce. On this scale it's reading 1.1 ounce, so I have no idea if this is really accurate or not. We'll just use the 1.1 ounce. Originally I had the coin as the positive, so if we want the coin to receive the silver, we'll put this negative.
Wow, that's neat.
I think that's the way it went.
Oh, brother.
So we'll put the coin in there, and we'll put this positive, and we'll see what happens. Here we go.
Oh, how very thrilling.
I'm using about 3 volts. I can see some bubbles here. Looks like it is coming off the tube shield.
Funny how a man gets to thinking things, ain't it?
Hopefully it's going back on the coin and not in the water or the mixture. We'll just swish it around here.
You are normally very stupid, but this time you have devised a very good plan.
Well done. Rather impressive.
Seems to be working. We'll come back to it in a few minutes. Well, I'm in the process of wiring this up. This is the new output transformer. I ended up putting a couple of terminal strips here. I think that'll work okay. Still got to wire some of this up.
This is a quality sound system. Probably all copper wiring, huh?
But because with the other transformer that had this little cover covering all the high voltage wires, I tried to figure out a way to use that, but it ain't gonna work. So I'll just use these terminal strips, and I'll probably put some liquid tape over here over the high voltage connections. But I think it's gonna work okay. As soon as we get this finished, we'll give it a try. So let's get back to experimenting with Buzz. I'm anxious to see what happens. Okay, let's take a look at this. Looks like that took all the silver off. So let's use the other one and put this silver back on the coin.
Here's to you, a real master. Perfect, perfect.
So we'll give that about 5 minutes, and then we'll be back. Okay, I think that's enough. It did take the silver off. Just needs to be buffed. Okay, just for laughs, let's weigh the coin. Okay, I went to Google, and 1 troy ounce equals 1.1 regular ounces.
You don't say.
So that's what we had.
Stupid is, stupid does, sir.
1.1, so that's a troy ounce. So the amount of silver that I used was so small I don't think it even registered on the scale. Now we can check this in grams by moving that over, and 1 troy ounce equals 31.1 grams. So that's 30 grams. So whatever that weight was originally, I guess I should have weighed it in grams, but looks like we lost about a gram somewhere. Still could be some on here. That's just the way it goes. We did take some of the silver off, so now I'm going to do these in stainless steel, but I'm going to do that off camera. You already seen me do it in the last episode, so let me see if I can get all 3 of these done, looking good, and then we'll show you the final product. And now a word from our sponsor.
Hello, friends. My daddy, Earl Scheib, paid in any car for $29.95. I'm Earl Scheib II, and I'll retile any bathroom for only $29.95. No ups, no extras. And here's my Earl Scheib promise. If I find anything in the walls, I will return it to you absolutely free. Right, you get all this for $29.95. No ups, no extras.
Well, there's the completed tube covers. These last 2 were from the ones that I plated silver and then took the silver off. And they're a little bit splotchy, but they still look pretty good.
Nice!
Nice and shiny. And the other 2 look just great.
Excellent.
If you want to do this, it works, but it's time consuming. So beware of that.
Thank you.
Well, we didn't see much of the chassis on this episode.
Good.
But next week, we're going to finish this. We'll put that 3rd IF coil back in. Got some grommets for the tuning capacitor.
Good.
And we'll rewire the power cord and put some safety caps in here. But I was sitting here thinking, I have a radio that's 90 years old this year. Made in 1929. And that radio was the first series I ever had on YouTube. 1929 Philco. So we're going to take a look at that radio right now. And turn it on, see if it still works. You gotta love that, huh?
Yes, sir.
Well, there it is. I did the video 5 years ago. This is the 1929 Philco Model 86. And anybody new out there, you want to take a look at it, you can see it in all its glory. 15 parts. I haven't had this on in a few years.
Quest lines are now open. KGFJ Soul Radio.
Never mind. Like, so how are you doing with the payment of the
Grounded in who I am and my purpose with my music, as long as I'm sticking to that. I mean, I'm not really concerned with no critics.
Ну просто не, они все вышли со слезами пред Богом.
Sound like those damn Rascals.
Что касается, это делает только Бог. Аллилуйя. Бог то...
Money back. That's what makes us different. Call Wesley Financial Group now for a free information kit. 800-515. Have openings with screener questions. Then sort.
This is the range control.
On Hannity Show. This is Freedom 970. Kind of against the idea of just straight up paying players.
Well, it gets a few stations. I don't have a decent antenna, so let's see if we can play some music on this old lady, yeah?
Well, I never!
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
Don't believe everything you hear on the radio.
Everyone's invited, the neighborhood's so excited, they're coming with such delighted smiles. This is baby's birthday party day.
Yeah, it's Davy Philco's birthday.
All the fancy paper bells are ringing. Here come the clowns and trick musicians, the dancers are in position, and soon you'll hear musicians play. This is baby's birthday party day.
Well, that should do it for today's video. This series will conclude on the next episode, so I hope you watch that. So until next time, this is Buzz. Adios, amigos.
I'm Earl Shive. I'll paint any car for just $99.95.
Your paint job will be guaranteed not to fade for 4 full years. Remember, free polyurethane this week only at Earl Shive's.
Right. I'll paint any car for just $99.95.
You know what I mean? The prices are going crazy, man.